Thanks for joining me today. This is Danny, and welcome back to my FTB Unstable series. Today we are going to be playing a little bit more with NeoTech, a mod that we've done a few episodes on already. However, with the last update, a lot of significant things have changed with this mod, and a lot of very, very significant improvements and bug fixes and other things. There's a couple things that I want to do. I already started making some changes to my pipe network and my sorting system in the basement. By making changes, I mean I pretty much completely destroyed it. I got rid of it because it was causing all kinds of crazy lag. You may remember that from the last few episodes, that anytime I would approach my house, we'd have crazy lag, and it was mostly the Buildcraft pipes that were causing it. The NeoTech pipes to a certain extent, but as soon as I got rid of those Buildcraft pipes, the lag went away, despite the fact that they weren't doing anything. I had actually disabled the input, and there was nothing. They weren't actually doing anything, but they were just causing crazy lag until I got rid of them. So we're going to kind of rebuild that today. I've already started rebuilding it. We're going to take a look at some of the major improvements with the NeoTech pipes. I mean, just like really exciting improvements. I'm like freaking, yeah. I'm really excited about this, about how cool these pipes are now. And we're going to redo our sorting system, and then we're going to actually go charge some creepers and see if we can get ourselves some skulls today to do some beheading, get some beheading enchants so that we can get some wither skulls and do some wither boss fighting and stuff. So yeah, so we're going to start with the pipes. Now as you can see, they look a little different now. They are no longer translucent. They are now opaque. You can't see through them anymore, which is one of the main reasons why they're no longer causing lag, because the way that they work now is completely different. So instead of stuff getting passed through the pipes, each item interface or each pipe interface is just looking at the other interfaces that are in the same network, and they're just interacting directly with them. So you no longer have this, where the game is trying to keep track of all these different items passing through the pipes. It's just it's much better now, which is, it kind of sucks that we can't see the stuff anymore, because the rendering was really nice with these pipes before. And not only could you see the items passing through, but you could also see the power kind of passing through, like in little sparks. And you could, of course, see the fluids, but that's no longer the case. But that's okay. If it's going to save us from lag, I'm totally willing to give up the visual effects of that, because it's not like I'm sitting down here watching my pipes. Anyway, they're in my basement. If you were running 3.0.36 or before, and you had some NeoTech pipes, you're probably going to want to destroy all your pipes. When I upgraded to 3.0.38, my server crashed, and it was because of the pipes. It was complaining about the pipes because these pipes have changed so significantly. And one of the things that's changed is that we no longer have acceleration pipes. So you might remember I had an acceleration pipe here to send stuff out to my Botania mana generation area really fast. You no longer need those. You now use the motherboard upgrades now to do that, to speed up the transfer of items. So if you had any of those pipes in your world, it's going to probably cause your game to crash. So what I ended up doing is, before I had to go back down to 3.0.36, I destroyed all my pipes. I just did it in creative mode so that no items dropped. I just destroyed all the pipes everywhere in my world, all the NeoTech pipes. And then I just rebuilt them all. I cheated some back in from creative mode after I upgraded, so that I would have the upgraded pipes. And don't worry, I cheated. I cheated in how many I already had. So I ended up coming out even in the end. So if you're unfamiliar with how these pipes work, we have the white structure pipes. Well, structure pipes in general of all different colors, but the white structure pipes are the main ones that connect to all of the pipes, and anything can pass through the structure pipes. So items, fluid, RF, whatever. Well, those three things: items, fluid, and RF. And actually, anything can actually pass through the interface pipes as well, but we use the interface pipes whenever we connect. And the interface pipes are specific to items or fluids or RF. Like the energy interface pipe is obviously RF. The item interface pipe is, well, obviously items. And then the fluid interface pipes, which I'm not using. I actually am not transferring any fluids in this network. So we won't be looking at those, but the interface pipes are what we're going to have connecting to our various interfaces. So I've got this RF energy cell up here. Another thing, after you upgrade, you're probably going to want to break your energy cell and replace it again, because I was having trouble extracting energy out of it until I broke it and then replaced it. And then I also had to break and replace the pipe that was connected to it. So we have our interface pipe here, and it's pulling RF. Now when you pull something from a machine into the pipe, you are actually inputting. So that might be a little backwards from what you're used to thinking. The pipe itself is, you're thinking with respect to the pipe. So we're inputting into the pipe. And to do that, we right click to turn this thing, and then we just left click to toggle between the different colors to specify whether we're inputting or outputting. So in this case, we're inputting power into the pipe. And then like right here, we've got our matter receiver, which requires RF. In this case, we are actually outputting from the pipe to the matter receiver. And then the same goes with the item interfaces. So we have right here, we're pulling items out of our drawer controller, out of our storage drawers, little storage drawer system up there. So we're using an interface pipe, and we have it set to input. We're not inputting into the storage drawers, we're inputting into the pipe from the storage drawers. So, and then I've also got an upgrade here, which actually just has 2 hard drives. The hard drives will actually increase the number of items that it pulls out per time, and then the processors actually increase the speed that they're pulled. So we'll see if this is going to be enough or not, but we're going to actually end up having to put a different motherboard in a second in there, and I'll tell you why when we get to that. So I've got right here, what's going to happen here is we're going to have items coming from this hole in the floor. They're going to be coming from down there, where I've got a hungry chest and a magic mirror, which is bringing stuff in from our quarry, which I currently have shut down because otherwise this stuff would just fill up this chest and then it would just get thrown everywhere. I have a way down here because a hungry chest makes noise when it picks up items. It goes and it's annoying. So I've got that down here, but we're gonna have an interface. I don't have one on here at the moment, but we're gonna have an interface on here that's gonna be pulling items from the hungry chest basically into our network. So you may remember from previous episodes that we had 2 separate networks here. We had one that was bringing stuff out to our mana generation area, and then we had one pipe on a kind of a separate network that was bringing stuff in from our farm and our quarry. We no longer have to do that because there's now an upgrade that we can do. Actually, let's just teleport up here. There's an upgrade that we can add to our motherboards now that will actually, if we look, add an interface pipe. Over here it tells us information about the pipe, and if we scroll all the way down, okay, I guess we can't scroll and hold, but we can use our scroll bar. If we add the expansion upgrade, it gives us the ability, wait, no, it's the control upgrade, I'm sorry. It gives you redstone controls, which we don't really need in this case, but it also gives you disable, ignore redstone, blah, blah, blah. Let's see. It also allows you to change the frequency that the pipe is set to, TWO. That should be TO. But anyway, it's change the frequency the pipe is set to, and only 2 pipes of the same frequency will interact. So that means we can put this on a different frequency as the rest of the network, and it'll basically be kind of its own network if we add that control upgrade. So just a little refresher on how to do that. First we have to make an empty motherboard. That's this. And then we have to make, let's see, do we have, actually we don't. Then we have to make the various pieces. Let's sort this. That we want to put on the motherboard. So in this case, I'm going to do like 2 processors maybe, so that it extracts quickly. Well, let's do actually the hard drives are more important with this particular one, but let's do 2 hard drives. That should be sufficient. Each hard drive makes it take out 8 more items at a time. So you can do up to 8 items, which would cause it to take out a full stack per extraction. And then the processor, which I can't find, increases the extraction rate. So we'll just do 2 processors. I think it's like 1 per second without any processors, and then each processor increases it by a certain amount. I don't know the exact numbers, but if you look in that little tab, it'll probably tell you there. And then we also want the control upgrade. Which is this guy. It's pretty cheap. And we won't need the expansion upgrade for this one. And then we're going to put it in our thermal binder. Oh, I already had a motherboard in there. Okay, so empty motherboard. We can put our hard drives. And then we click start, and this is going to take 600 ticks, which is based on the amount of stuff that we put in there. So if we take some of the stuff out, you'll see it'll only take 360 ticks. And this also has the motherboard. We can upgrade. Right now we have 4 processors and 4 hard drives in there. Otherwise it would take a lot longer. Then it would take 1,000 ticks. Oh, I just wasted all that RF, but oh well. Okay. We click start. Make sure you have enough power in this thing, because if it runs out of power, it's going to fail and you'll have to start all over again, and you'll end up wasting a whole bunch of RF. But then for the other end, we're going to need 2 empty motherboards, and they don't stack. And the only thing that we're going to need on those are the control upgrades, because the speed is determined by the sender. So let's just throw that on the ground for now. And this is only going to take 120 ticks. Hit it with our wrench, just a regular left click. Take this motherboard out. And we want the one that has the hard drives and processors and the expansion. You can shift click to drop that in there. We now see we have this redstone thing, which is disabled by default, and then we have a frequency. We can just set this to frequency 1, because everything else is going to be on frequency 0 by default. And then we can go out here to our, whoa, that was really fast. We can go out here and do the same thing. So this motherboard has nothing on it but the expansion. We're going to set it to frequency 1. There, so now all 3 of those are set to frequency 1. They will interact with nothing else on our network. So we only have to have the one pipe, and we don't have to worry about having a bunch of separate pipe networks or anything like that. Let's see if we can get this thing up and running again. So I've got a filter here with all of our ores, and I have it set to recognize the ore dictionary. So we have copper here. There's also hydraulicraft copper. It should recognize those as the same. It's going to pipe all that stuff into this chest, which is then going to get pulled into our electric crusher, because the electric crusher has this motherboard with an expansion upgrade, which allows us to set the I/O. Otherwise, this tab doesn't exist if you don't have that upgrade. And then it's outputting over here. Previously, this wasn't working correctly. It wasn't working quite right for me. But it is working now. So it seems like whatever bug was causing that for me is fixed. And then here we've got the same thing. We've got an expansion upgrade, 2 processors just to speed it up a little bit. And then we have, it's inputting from this side and it's outputting to the back where I've got a pipe. So it's just sending it into our normal network. And it's going to head in this direction. And since our drawer controller is the first thing, that it reaches, whatever can go in there, it should put in there. And then whatever it can't put in there, it's going to continue along here and end up here in our easy storage, which is kind of at the end of the line. So that's like our default place if there's no place else to put stuff. So previously this was not working, but I did do some testing. It wasn't working correctly with the drawer controllers. Like most of the time it would end up putting it in our easy storage system. But that seems to be fixed now. So now what we should be able to do is replace this pipe with an interface pipe, and we're definitely going to need to get some upgrades on this thing because we're going to have a ton of stuff coming in here. But we can set this thing to extract, which is input. I don't know why the rendering disappeared there, but and you can tell when it's got this big orange thing, that means it's pulling stuff, which means it's inputting it into the pipe network. And we're not going to change the frequency, so it's going to be on the default frequency, which is what just about everything else is going to be on. So now I should be able to just connect this pipe with our regular white structure pipes. And I want it to hit this first. So we need to make sure that we connect it here first. Otherwise, if it reaches someplace else before it reaches this filter, it may end up, in fact, let's just break that block and bring it up over here. Oh wait, no, we need to go this way. Okay. The stuff that was in that chest is being pulled, and it should be ending up actually in our easy storage system. But if we put like oak wood in here, that should end up in here. So we should see these numbers going up. Yay, and we should not see these numbers going up. Hooray, it's working good, because that's what was broken before. I'm a little curious to see. We've got cobblestone here, and it's full, but we have a void upgrade there. So I'm hoping that it's still going to put cobblestone there. Let's just test that to make sure. And then in a minute we'll start up our quarry again and really put this thing to the test. So let's just take that out of there. Oh, and we're definitely going to need to upgrade this because it's going quite slow. Let's just teleport up there. So now we should not see any cobble coming in here. Hooray! It's working. Nice! That makes me very happy. Before we hook up the quarry, let's hook up our farm stuff. Because out here we've got our farm and our golems are placing stuff in this chest. Oh boy. It's quite full. So they're probably standing around up there right now with their inventories full going, what do I do? What do I do? So let's do an item interface pipe. What do we have for motherboards? Got this with 2 hard drives. I guess we'll just use that one. Oops. That's going to speed up. It's going to have it. It's got 2 hard drives, so it should pull out 16 at a time. And then we're just going to run these pipes all the way back. But another very exciting update. The pipes are now microblock compatible. So we can now put facades over them or whatever. Okay, so we should now see stuff getting pulled out of that chest. Oh, no, we don't, because by default, when we set down an item interface pipe, the default is output. So that when you when you set down a pipe, it doesn't just start pulling stuff out before you tell it that you want it to be pulling stuff. Okay, so now we should see it pulling stuff. Yes. Nice, and I can hear the golems getting back to work up there. They're like, hooray! Okay, actually, let's go back to the house. So we should see wood coming in here. That's going to be full soon. And we actually shouldn't see anything coming in here because pretty much everything that comes from our farm we have a slot for up here. Beautiful. All right, let's go out to our quarry. There's a couple things that have changed out there too. So the quarry is disabled right now, just because I shut the power off. But check this out. I have an interface pipe here. So this one's pulling from this chest. That's basically our quarry is under that. The quarry puts stuff in this chest. This pipe pulls stuff out of the chest. Oh, and I actually don't think I have a motherboard in there. Oh, I do. Okay. 4 hard drives. That's probably sufficient. So it should be pulling half a stack at a time. It's going to pull that stuff out, and it's actually going to put it directly in the mirror. This item interface pipe is actually interfacing with the mirror, so it doesn't have to drop it in the world. And you'll see when I turn the quarry on that we're going to see little particle effects. See the little flux? The little flux particle effect. But we don't see any items. It's actually just putting them directly in the mirror. Here's the test now. We've got a lot of items coming in now. How's our lag? Okay. I don't really notice any lag at all. This is wonderful. This is awesome. Okay. So stuff's coming in. But our pipe isn't keeping up because it's too slow. Whoa. Because we need to get a motherboard in there. 8 drives and 8 processors. Yeah, that would be perfect right there. You can see if we look in this chest. Oh. Yeah, you can't right click on anything when you have a pipe in your hand. Or a wrench. The wrench will turn stuff. You can see that it's not really keeping up. Our chest is getting full faster than... and actually, I don't even have my quarry at high speed right now, so definitely going to need to speed that up. So if we put this thing in here with 8 hard drives and 8 motherboards, by the time we even look in there, everything will probably be gone. Yep. We can't even see it. It's just pulling it out so quickly that we don't even see it in the chest. So that is nice. We have everything is fully functional right now, just as it was before. I have no lag. None. Check this out, man. No freaking lag. This is amazing. Oh, you also might notice that NeoTech has a few new items too. It now has electric armor, which is, I think it gives you iron protection, but you have these upgrades. It has a jetpack upgrade. You can actually have a jetpack which requires RF, obviously. Like the armor itself requires RF, and it uses RF for durability. You have a jetpack upgrade, and check this out. It's a motherboard, a feather, and a gunpowder. That is really, really cheap. And then it also has a glider. And then there's also a fall resistance, which requires a slime block. So in that you put in the boot. I'm going to use this little pool to lure to lure creepers into and charge them, and then throw skeletons in there with them. Okay, just another little upgrade bug. my net launcher wouldn't take a charge, so I had to destroy it and recreate it. I just used JEI cheat mode to delete it, and then I just grabbed another one. Alright, so I'm going to grab a creeper. I'm going to grab it first before I charge it, just because, I don't know. I don't want to play around too much with a charged creeper. And then, you know what, I should have 2 of them, because it might despawn on us, but okay, let's just do this. I'm going to put this guy in here. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, no. Darn it. Oh, there we go. He survived. Okay, now I'm going to grab a skeleton. Hopefully he won't despawn when I go this far away. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to use Psi. Smite. Wait, see. Ah, I don't have it. Ah, crap. He despawned. Alright, we need to find another creeper. Oh, you know what? I've got one over here. Creepy. Oh, no, I don't want to use Creepy. I don't want to use my friend Creepy. Wait, do we have... Oh, we've got a skeleton in there already. Alright, let's just let the skeleton go for now. Yeah. And that's how you repay me. Ah! No! Don't blow up. I need you. There we go. Okay, this time let's see if we can do this without suffocating it. There we go. Now let's grab the skeleton. And, oh wait, okay, so first, we need to smite this guy. There we go, oh boy. I'm scared. Oh crap, crap, crap! Don't die, skeleton, don't die. He's still shooting me. Alright, did we drop one? Did he drop a skull? So just in case you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, I have an electric sword, and you can add 10 upgrades to the electric sword. I have one that I've maxed out with all sharpness, so I've got sharpness 10, which makes it 17.5 attack damage. I would like to have one with beheading. The beheading upgrade requires... Oh. Look at that. Oh, never mind. It used to require a skeleton skull, specifically. That was the only thing that you could do. But now, we can use wither skulls. Oh, well, that's awesome. Alright, let's use 2 wither skulls. That'll save us some trouble. So we just need 3 motherboards then. Actually, we'll just throw those in. One, 2. Hooray! Yeah, there's another another electric sword, so we can stick this guy in the thermal binder, just like the motherboards. And we'll put our beheading in there. I did 1 looting, and then 6 sharpness. And we can actually also put a battery in there. I'm not going to use that one though, but that will increase the RF. I'm not going to do that right now, but maybe later. Hooray! Beheading 3, looting 1, sharpness 5. So we've got 12.5 attack damage. It's not too bad. It's not great, but it's not bad considering all the other cool stuff we have on this. So now let's head into the nether. Oh, look at that. Return to sender right in your face. All right, here we go. So here's our beheading one. Now don't fall. Come over here. Come on. Oh, he fell. Oh, but we got a skull. Look at that. Right away. Nice. That was very lucrative. I got 5 skulls. I think I killed about 7 withers. One of the skulls fell in the lava, and I think maybe it was more than 7 because I think there was like 2 maybe that didn't drop skulls, and all the rest did. This doesn't seem like a very wise thing to do, does it? Right by my base. What the? Why did he go over there? There we go. The Pinkinator! Hooray! Remember when we fought the Gaia Guardian a few episodes back? Well, we got the Pinkinator thing, which is basically it just turns the Wither boss into a big loving mob that's totally harmless. Like him being out on the water here, though. And head back toward the... Actually, let's use this one. Usually he follows you around. I don't know why he's not doing that now. He follows you around with a big lovey face. There we go. Getting away! There we go. That was a little bit more work. So we no longer need this to be sticking out as far. check this out. Okay, now let's do plain to start with. Yeah, nice. We can do one on this side. Okay, we may as well have that come out flush with this. Nice. So one more little finishing touch. I want to modernize my lighting in the house a little bit. I really like that you can put these on the bottom of blocks, so that you have kind of ceiling lights. Well, we are running a little overtime, so it's time for us to stop. Even though there's so much more stuff with NeoTech that I'd like to play with, like the lag-free tree farm. I mean, NeoTech is totally coming through with solving the lag problems in this mod pack. Check this out. I can stand up at the top of my house now and do this. I don't have to stand in the front yard, which I've been doing lately because the lag has been so bad up here. I haven't been wanting to record over here to start and end my videos. But here I am, ending my video on the top of my house, and I hope you're going to join me next time. And if you did enjoy this, please don't forget to click the like button. And if you have any questions or ideas or suggestions, or you just want to say hello, please feel free to do so in the comments below. And thanks for watching.